Real strength starts with silence, simplicity, and focus. Stoic wisdom in a world that never stops talking, where opinions fly faster than facts and distractions multiply by the second. One truth remains: real strength is quiet, not because it hides, but because it doesn't need to prove anything. It lives in silence, simplicity, and relentless focus. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom: to retreat from noise, detach from excess, and narrow your energy to what truly matters today. We'll explore how silence sharpens your mind, how simplicity liberates your soul, and how focus gives you power. Together, these form the core of inner strength, the kind that isn't shaken by chaos, emotion, or ego. Silence, the training ground of the strong. The Stoics valued speech only when it served reason. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." The same is true for words. The more we speak without reflection, the more we give our power away. Why silence matters. Silence is not just the absence of words, it is the presence of awareness. When you are silent, you can observe instead of reacting, understand instead of assuming, and respond instead of impulsively speaking. In that space, you discover clarity. You discover you. Epictetus advised, "Be silent for the most part," or "Speak only what is necessary." This wasn't about being passive. It was about preserving energy. The person who constantly talks often reveals their weaknesses, but the one who listens, who waits, they gain control. Practice the pause. Before you speak, pause and ask, is this necessary? Before you post, comment, or argue, reflect, is this helping or feeding the ego? Before you respond emotionally, breathe. Your silence is your sword. It protects you from foolishness, invites respect, and centers your mind in a noisy world. Simplicity. The path to freedom. Simplicity is not about having less, it's about needing less. Seneca warned about the slavery of excess. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Modern life trains us to believe that more is better. More opinions, more possessions, more validation, but every more comes with a hidden cost. More worry, more comparison, more distraction. The Stoic virtue of simplicity. To the Stoic, simplicity wasn't self-denial, it was strength, it was self-possession. When you strip away what's unnecessary in speech, in possessions, in thoughts, you are left with only what is essential. A mind cluttered with desires cannot focus, a schedule filled with obligations cannot rest, a heart full of comparison cannot love. Simplicity is power. It means choosing less so you can be more. Ways to simplify your life. Stoic style: declutter not just your space, but your mind. Practice gratitude for what you already have. Say no to what doesn't align with your values. Detach from outcomes and focus on your effort. Strength comes not from adding more to your life, but from removing what doesn't belong. Focus. The discipline of the wise modern life is a war on your attention. Apps, news, arguments, trends, all competing to break your focus. But the Stoics trained themselves to ignore what didn't matter. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the heart of Stoic focus. Know what you control and commit to it fully. The Stoic mindset of focus. Control your inputs. Avoid what you don't want to become. Own your energy. Don't waste it on opinions, gossip, or drama. Return to the present moment, because that's all you ever have. Epictetus compared the mind to a field. Whatever you plant, grows. If you allow weeds of worry, distraction, or envy, your life becomes overrun. But if you plant seeds of virtue, discipline, and purpose, the harvest is powerful. Focus training for a Stoic mind. Block time for deep work, reflection, and solitude. Guard your attention like it's your most valuable resource, because it is. Reflect daily. Was I focused on what mattered today? When in doubt, return to what you can do, right now. Strength is internal, not loud. Strength is often mistaken for aggression, for dominance, for being the loudest in the room. But the Stoic teaches us that real strength is the ability to remain calm while the world burns around you. The Stoic warrior is not moved by insults because their self-worth isn't borrowed from others, chaos because their peace comes from within. Loss because they have trained for it in their mind already. True power is self-command. It's keeping your temper when insulted. It's staying kind when disrespected. It's walking away when provoked. That is not weakness, it is supreme control. The strength to be alone today. Many fear solitude. We fill every silence with music, scroll endlessly, avoid being alone with our thoughts. But the Stoics embraced solitude as a tool for growth. Seneca wrote, Associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you are capable of improving. The process is mutual, but what if there are no such people around? Then be your own teacher. Solitude builds self-knowledge. In silence you see your mind clearly. In simplicity you learn what truly matters. In focus you uncover your calling. Don't fear being alone, fear being surrounded and still feeling lost. Replacing weakness with virtue. The Stoic path is not just about avoidance, it's about replacement. Replace distraction with discipline. Replace gossip with wisdom. Replace resentment with acceptance. Replace desire for control with control over yourself. The real transformation happens when you stop reacting to the world and start shaping your inner world. Stoic strength in action. Modern examples. We often look to ancient Rome for Stoic examples. Marcus Aurelius in his tent writing while commanding an empire. Epictetus teaching after surviving slavery. But Stoic strength lives today. The parent who calmly guides their child through chaos. The worker who refuses drama and quietly does their job with excellence. The athlete who focuses on training, not trash talk. The entrepreneur who chooses purpose over praise. In all these, you'll notice the same thing: less noise, more focus. How to begin today? Building Stoic strength is not about one big decision. It's daily, moment by moment, choice by choice. Here's how to start today. Morning reflection. Ask yourself, what is in my control today? What virtues will I embody? Choose silence over noise. Don't respond to everything. Listen more. Be intentional with your words. Simplify one area. Remove a task, a distraction, a possession, or a toxic input. Single task. Whatever you're doing, do just that. No multitasking, no switching. Evening reflection. Ask yourself, where did I remain calm? Where did I get pulled off course? What will I do better tomorrow? Over time, these small actions compound. You don't need to announce your transformation. Live it, and others will feel the difference. The quiet revolution within you. Don't need louder opinions to be strong. You don't need a crowded calendar to be productive. You don't need more validation to feel worthy. You only need clarity, control, and courage. Clarity from silence, freedom through simplicity, power from focus. This is how Stoicism trains you. Not to dominate others, but to dominate yourself. Not to escape life's challenges, but to meet them with unshakable calm. Not to shout over the noise, but to rise above it. Let the world chase chaos. Let others run after every shiny thing. You choose silence, choose simplicity, choose focus. That is real strength.